Back-to-back swag days. You know how we do. It's every day, bro. What does swag stand for? Stuff we all get. Yeah. No, not that one, though. Not that one. Swag, also derived from swagger, also means cool, composed, and with it. One thing I do know is swag is for boys and class is for men. I've known that for a while. You're learning it these days. Are you a boy? Well, yeah, I was a boy at one point. Now I'm a man. I don't know at which point that transition takes place morphologically versus like spiritually or on a character level. Librarian, did you see the Hungrybox clip that I linked you to? I really feel like it has the potential to be one of the best clips that has ever come out of this website. It's not quite on par with like the animals are leaving, but it's really close, man. It's really good.
Holy shit, I needed that. I needed that like a mushroom needs oxygen in a moist environment. I needed that like an opera singer needs his scores. I needed that the way a mechanic needs a loving wife and family to come home to after days of getting his hands covered in grease. I needed that so bad, and I'm gonna try my fucking hardest to bring it back, even though we're in the gulag. You understand? I'm not here yet. I'm not here. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Oh man, it's so good, man. It's so good that it's like it's so spontaneous. It comes across as so authentic. I needed that the way a mechanic needs a loving wife and family to come home to after days of getting his hands covered in grease. Oh man. I needed that like an opera singer needs his scores. I did see We Bring the Boom, the Costco guy's song. And I will say, I think it's better than you expect, even if it is literally just like Ice Ice Baby. It is better than you would expect. I will also say I got a tragic Costco story. Went to Costco last night. I was in the neighborhood. It wasn't like I made a special trip to Costco, but I was like, I need to stop by Costco because I need to get socks. Figured I was good because I pulled into the Costco 7:30 or something like that, which for this Costco historically for us had been past peak hours. Got in there, parking lot jammed, people waiting in their cars in line for parking spots, which effectively means that once you turn down like the wrong section of the parking lot, even if you just want to leave, you're stuck in there until like 7 people get out of parking spots so that the people in front of you can park so that you can then move and go somewhere else. So I got stuck in one of those jams for like 10 minutes. And then I tried to like go to a different part of the parking lot and I got stuck in another jam for about 10 minutes. And I said, fuck you, Costco. I'm going home. I'm not doing this shit. Fuck you, Costco. Fuck you, Richmond, British Columbia. You won't see me again for a while. I still got a few good pairs of socks, okay? Burnaby might be getting my business from this point onwards, okay? I understand. I'm not going to complain to Costco because as far as Costco is concerned, what do they care? It's good, man, that the parking lot's full. But you will not catch my ass at that Richmond Costco again. You ever been recognized by Costco staff? Yeah, a couple times. You could also just go to a real clothing store. Socks at those stores are expensive and they treat their workers better so they don't stay open until like 9:30, 10 p.m. at night. Those places all work a normal business day here in Vancouver, which is annoying as fuck. I'm just trying to buy some socks after work and they're like, oh, our hours are fucking 10 to 4. Okay. How's that working out for you? Apparently okay because nobody in the city works a normal job anyway. Regardless, pot calling the kettle black. Why not just buy them online? I find it morally repugnant, but I may resort to that out of a sense of convenience. The one day I don't work, everything important is only open till 2 p.m. What the fuck, brother? I hear you, man. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I get it because like nobody wants to work like nights and weekends, but because most people work nights and weekends, they want stuff to be open nights and weekends so that they can interface with these businesses. So here's what we do, man. Here's how we fix it. I'm putting on my Steve Jobs turtleneck for this one. I've already got like the chin stroke. We start a cultural exchange for retail workers where American retail workers, when it's 9 to 5 in their time zone, they Zoom telecommunicationsly into a part of the world that's offset and is in off working hours so that they can work retail 9 to 5 on their own time, but allow people in the other part of the world to access these businesses during evening and weekend hours. Oh, he's revolutionized indentured servitude. Me when I'm being followed around by a robot with the face of like a Malaysian security guard on it, trying to figure out if I'm stealing socks from winners. Hey, I'll pay for the socks, man. No, I didn't see LeBron LeStroking It. Why are you pretending that you know basketball, librarian? I know why I'm pretending that I know basketball. Why are you pretending that you know basketball? I actually watch basketball. Oh, come on. We're not talking about Haikyuu. Is that volleyball? Which one's the basketball one? It is volleyball, sorry. You're talking about slam dunk. Also known as Kuroko no basket. Is there like an inverse of that? You know how like people from Ohio are always like, actually the name of the anime isn't the English name, it's this Japanese name? Is there like, in France, are they like Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me? I've never heard of that. Oh, you're talking about Agent 006. Oh, Juste Orange. Hey, NL, listen to Steely Dan during my walk with my girlfriend last night. Have to approve. Okay, now that's great. I'm glad more people are opening their eyes to like not all yacht rock is detestable. I have to ask, I don't know if it's a generational, maybe it's like smoking where it like skipped a generation. What's up with the I'm spending time with my family, but I also have AirPods in? Because I feel like I only see that in Gen X and Gen Z. And I forgive me for rizzing up my own generation a little bit, but when I see people my age, like hanging out with their own families, it seems like they're in the moment, having a conversation, you know, enjoying everyone's company and giving them respect by paying attention to what they're saying. But then like the 50, the 60-year-old dads, I'm like, I get it because, you know, you put the mortgage on FanDuel this month. You got to follow the game. You got to follow that like Sri Lankan cricket match, right? But like, if you're in your 20s, you're spending time with the person you love, you got Steely Dan in the ear just in case their story isn't that riveting. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, honestly, I would remove Aura. I would remove Aura for that. If you're 15 and you're on a vacation with your parents and you got your AirPods in, I get it. You're 15. You know, you're figuring it out. Your family sacrificed a lot for you and you find that very annoying and you resent them for it for now. So yeah, listen to a podcast or pop on my stream on the AirPod or something like that. And when your dad's like, hey, what would you like to eat for dinner tonight? It's my treat. Just go, oh, Dad! And I was in the middle of a bit about recycling. Come on, man. Now I'm going to have to watch the VOD. But when you're like an adult, I mean, maybe this makes me lose aura. If I was hanging out with my wife, I was like, you want to go for a walk? And she said, sure. And then she came down with an AirPod in. I would be like, why don't you just stay home? You know, I'll go appreciate my time by myself if you don't value my company that much. I don't know if I would say that, but I would probably take a little bit of offense at least. I'd be like, I'm not bringing 100% of this interaction if you're only going to open the pedals to receive 30%. Fuck that, man. I'd rather have 100% of my own company. Whoa. Ryan, guess what Alanis closed with? You have one shot. Okay, well, she's going to close with something off of Jagged Little Pill. It's tough because I'm thinking of a modern Alanis concert. Do you think of it as does she play like some kind of a wind down song that leaves you on an inspirational note, in which case it would probably be like You Live, You Learn? Or Does she close on something more searing, like You Oughta Know? Or does she just close on ironic because it's the one that lots of people at the concert were waiting for? I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one, okay? I think she closes on You Learn. I think The Given is ironic, but I think she plays ironic earlier so everyone can get the jitters out of their system. That's my pick. Curveball. Oh, here we go. It was off of a different album. It was Thank You, showing shots of the crowd. Okay, that's Thank You, India, thank you. I know that. I would never have picked something not off of Jagged Little Pill, but good for her. Good for her. And good for you for seeing the concert. I listened to Hurricane by Bob Dylan this week. It's a bop. Don't be afraid of track 2 as well, okay? Don't be afraid of track 2. I might say, listen, I don't want to say that any of it is skippable. You could probably skip Mozambique. What's after that? One More Cup of Coffee. I would probably listen to that. Then I think you get like Oh Sister. That's definitely listenable. Following that, I think is Joey. And I would say you got to listen to Joey. I like Black Diamond Bay. I've kind of come around to Black Diamond Bay as well. And then, of course, Sarah is essential. Oh, wait, I forgot about Romance in Durango. You can skip Romance in Durango as well. Idiot Wind is great. Okay, Talking Heads Double O. That shit is not on Desire, though. That shit is on Blood on the Tracks. Everyone knows track 4, Blood on the Tracks, probably one of Bob Dylan's best songs. But, we're not talking about Blood on the Tracks. We're talking about Desire. The follow-up. Well, I guess the Basement Tapes kind of came out in between, but anyway. How do you know the track order on an album from so long ago? It don't go bad. I keep that shit in the freezer. I pull it out as necessary when it serves me. I keep quoting Ballad of a Thin Man to my friends and they hate it. I will admit my Bob Dylan quoting era took a hit today, listening to Behind the Bastards about Steve Jobs, and apparently he courted his first girlfriend by handing her a typewritten page of Bob Dylan lyrics that he found particularly insightful, and when he gave her the page, reportedly said, "I'm gonna need this back when you're done with it," and I was like. Fuck, dude. He got me. What the Aura? Yeah, that was pretty Sigma. That was a Sigma move for sure. What's Sigma? No. What the Sigma? You appear to be confused. My understanding is that an alpha male is a male who leads other men. A beta male is a male who follows alpha males. And then a sigma male, according to the thought leaders of the movement, who I believe are 14 to 16 years old, is a male that is so alpha that he knows that it would be beta to lead other men, because their beta-ness would infect him. So the only way for him to stay sigma is to remove himself and become a man altogether separated from the normal order of men. Yes, he's outside of the hierarchy. Something like that. Now, there's others. I don't know Gamma. I don't know Omega. I don't know where I fit in. To be honest with you, I don't know. Bad research. Yeah. That Alpha Wolf scientist renounced all that stuff like later in life. But what does he know anyway? Obviously, he's not a very good scientist if his findings were wrong, so why should we listen to him? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, a normal ghost does not exist. A ghost from Kalos. Can somebody tell me what Kalos is? Gen 6, X and Y. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's the introduction of Mega. Oh, okay, how about Mega Gengar? I can't help but feel you gave me a breadcrumb, knowing that I was going to follow it and be led straight into the witch's kitchen, to stick with the metaphor of Hansel and Gretel. Because he doesn't originate, sorry, Gengar, I don't know if Gengar is a him. Gengar, the Pokemon, doesn't originate from Kalos. It originates from Kanto. That makes more sense. Mega Gengar is Gen 1. Okay, understandable. A normal fighting type, boom. Mankey. That's crazy. Poison fighting. We go through this all the time. It's Croagunk, man, or Toxicroak. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Normal fighting. IPOM evolved. Ambipom. Really? In the world of Pokemon, what is more normal than a monkey? That's the most normal thing they got in those games, man. Normal Ghost, I don't even know where to start. I don't think there's a ghost that's just like a guy or like a Victorian child or something with a creepy voice. Chandelure. Chandelure is from the Kalos generation. There we go. Probably Gen 6. All right, 2 for 9. This one didn't play well with my strengths, okay? Beware. Okay, I could have gotten Beware. Wigglytuff. God is my witness, I did not know that Wigglytuff was normal. I thought Wigglytuff was monotype fairy. Vileplume. Vileplume I feel like I should have gotten. That one's fair. Phantump. This is just my own ignorance of which generation Pokemon that aren't from Gen 1 are from. This is Dead Ringer with Jeremy Irons. This is an old James Bond film. This is like You Only Live Twice. James Bond. maybe this is Das Boot. Probably not. Danger levels at 25. That's Sean Connery. You can't tell me this is not an old James Bond. Goldfinger. Dr. No. From Russia with... Okay, they got a few in here. Thunderball. No, okay. Wonderwall. Moonraker. Don't have... Okay, let's start me on Dr. No. Yeah! Oh, they used to, big blockbusters used to have a shot like this in literally 1961. How crazy is that, man? Best James Bond movie? I haven't seen them all. James Bond is like, it's simultaneously like the most overrated and least rated franchise of all time. I feel like there's people out there that like love James Bond, and there's people out there who think like they all suck. It blew my mind when Justin said the only one he's seen is GoldenEye and he hated it. I was like, GoldenEye's like, that's like a top 5 Bond movie that I've seen, man. Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, GoldenEye, Goldfinger. I'm not a Skyfall girly like 100%, but it's good. Plus some great songs, man. I mean, You Only Live Twice, the movie, is the one where they put Sean Connery in what some people might consider like a problematic makeup to blend in undercover in the nation of Japan. But the song, the Nancy Sinatra song, goes insane. And I know I mention the same two every single time. Nobody Does It Better. Is that Carly Simon? Nobody Does It Better from The Spy Who Loved Me. Maybe the greatest Bond song of all time. No disrespect to Adele. I was trying to watch the hot dog contest, but that shit is disgusting. I was like, I wouldn't say I was laughing, but Kate was telling me about how Kobayashi, you know, the Joey Chestnut before Joey Chestnut, he had to retire because, like, he said he's permanently screwed up, like, his endocrine system, eating 100 hot dogs in a sitting for, like, 25 years straight or something like that. And I was like, yeah, man, like, I don't mean to be, like, victim blaming, but I'm like, that makes sense, man. Hey, Brian, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I mean, like, you gotta imagine, like, at some point, the human body's like, okay, this motherfucker's clearly gonna keep eating 100 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Like, we gotta, I don't know, secrete too many hormones, stop secreting all hormones altogether. I don't know how it works, but I mean, you gotta accept it. competitive eating must be a real sport because you can get like a debilitating lifetime injury by doing it. How many dogs do you think you could guzzle? I mean, I would just never go into like a hot dog eating contest because I think I would lose and probably also throw up. But it is amazing. I don't find it necessarily like morally bankrupt, even though it is easy to kind of cherry pick it as like everything wrong with the Western excess. But, you know, they got the Blue Angels doing flyovers of like NFL games. It's probably like worse for society than the one hot dog eating contest, but still. If you had 2 hot dogs, can you just go into the hot dog contest and be like, I'll just have 2 with some mustard? Just enjoy myself a little bit? Maybe a spear of dill pickle? Badia Mojo marinade? 1 gallon of Badia Mojo marinade. You know who could have used this? That's right, Austin Powers in the second movie. I mean, a gallon is even more than they got out of him when he was frozen with that weird drill contraption. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is a gallon of olive oil, citrus juice, cilantro, and garlic. So processed food. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive. And a gallon is like 3 liters. I got to imagine this is minimum $19.99. Whoa, I gotta go somewhere. Wow, really? Whoa, $7.99? $3.99? What is this shit made of, dude? Sunny D? $4.99? That's outrageous. Is this like $1 a liter, man? It's cheaper than water. They're giving it away. It looks like dog shit? What are you talking? It's marinade, bro. You don't just like slurp it out of there. Some of the best foods look like shit, honestly. Literally, like feces. I don't mean like look bad. What do you expect? Like lots of delicious things mixed together. What do you expect it to look like? Except for a brown slurry. You ever do painting in like senior kindergarten? You mix 2 things together, you're like, oh, what an interesting color. What would happen if I added a third thing in here? Brown. That's just how it works, man. $20 is a crazy guess. It's 3 liters, man. It's 3 liters of marinade. Like this is cheaper than 3 liters of any of its constituents. How do they do that? It's 4 liters. It's really not. It really is. Okay, water is cheaper from your tap. That's a given. But like otherwise, this may be the cheapest thing I've ever seen in my entire life that's like fit for human consumption. 5 gallons of water cost me $2.50. We're really comparing Badia Mojo marinade to water, which we're actually getting more of every day, which is kind of crazy to think about because we're losing ice. It's possibly like the most abundant molecular resource on planet Earth that is fit for human consumption. They didn't just put a bucket into like Lake Superior and pull it out and sell it. You know this, right? This is insanity. Is nobody on my side here? There's actually people right now that are like, actually like $1.25 a liter for this is pretty expensive. Where the fuck do you live? Are you a time traveler from the 17th century? This should blow your synapses wide open that you can get 4.5 liters of almost anything for $4.99 American. Milk's about this price? Yeah, thanks to the farmers' lobby in Congress for like 200 years. But I don't know if Badia's got that kind of pull in D.C., bro. Probably full of corn syrup. Of course it's fucking full of filler. It's the cheapest thing that's ever existed. I feel like I'm farmer refuted right now or something like that. Are you all crazy? This is the cheapest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Especially considering they make this shit at like a factory, load a bunch of them onto a truck, and then are burning gallons of gasoline to get it to these Costco's. Like, how is it possible that this company could be turning a profit, man? There's no way they sell this shit in California. That's all I'm saying. It's vinegar and orange juice concentrate. It's still amazing, man. I'm not going to get any. I'm just saying, like, you guys, your inner child has died, or maybe your inner adult hasn't been allowed to flourish yet. $5 for 4.5 liters of almost anything. I mean, that's a deal you can't pass up, man. I might just buy it just to have it on hand. Just make your own marinade? No, because making a gallon of it would cost me more for the raw materials than it costs to purchase the finished product, man. I can't throw in my own vegetable oil for that shit. I'm going to be underwater. This is so doable, bro. It's the United Kingdom. Is it kind of fucked up that UK's having their election on July 4th? Like, you really can't let your kids have shit, huh? You couldn't have just made it July 3rd or something like that, or July 5th. I mean, there's lots of other days. They want to be us so bad. Oh, man. On a Thursday? Yeah, everyone knows elections take place on a Tuesday, man. Thursday? What are they thinking? Tuesday is the day that elections take place, because I always used to vote and then go home and make hard tacos. It's 1986. Warner Brothers has released a film starring Steve Guttenberg. It's called Police Academy. Run for Cover. Police Academy. 3, back in training. Yes. I knew it. 2, their first assignment. I don't think they'd say run for cover. It's in training. When you're learning, it makes sense. Universal released a film starring Tom Hanks from 1986. It's a comedy romance. I'm glad I went for the genre on that one. It's called Splash. It's called Big. For everyone who's ever been deeply in love or deeply in debt. Also starring Shelley Long. After being evicted from their Manhattan apartment, a couple buy what looks like the home of their dreams, only to find themselves saddled with a bank account draining nightmare. Struggling to keep their relationship together as their rambling mansion falls to pieces around them, the two watch in hilarious horror as everything, including the kitchen sink, disappears into the house, disappears into the money pit. The money pit? Oh! I needed that like a mechanic needs a wife and family to come home to after weeks of getting his hands covered in grease. Thank you, contextual language clues. Juxtastat. Guess urban stats. The questions get harder as you go along. This is interesting. Which has a higher percentage of people who are Hispanic, Florida or Michigan? I gotta go Florida. Which has a higher snowfall, population weighted? Connecticut or Oregon? Portland should not get too much snow. Very similar to Vancouver. I mean, it's southeast of Portland, but still. I have to assume Connecticut. Which has more people with a STEM degree as a percentage of the overall population? Kingston mentioned. I'm actually this might be crazy. I feel like I would just go a random assortment of New York versus Washington, D.C., which I would, maybe I'm being tricked, but I feel like this would skew more towards degrees related to working in politics. Wrong, bitch. Higher percentage of people who have individual income over 100,000. Chula Vista, California, just south of San Diego, or Gilbertown, Arizona, close to Mesa. Rich people do love to move to Arizona, but I always think that they are retired and have some sort of like passive income that they don't declare on their taxes, which would complicate things. So I'm going to say Chula Vista City, maybe more hardworking, responsible reporting individuals. No. Which has a higher percentage change in population weighted density from 2010 to 2020. My expectation here is that Florida received a lot of population from 2010 onwards from the rest of the United States, but also probably started with a higher base of population. Whereas Benton County, Arkansas, I kind of feel like you could just skew the numbers here because it's population weighted by having like 3 families move. He's a genius. I'll live with it. 3 out of 5, I can live with that. Fortnite? Well, it kind of looks a little grittier than Fortnite. This looks like The Walking Dead season, the final season. I thought, like, that was for sure. This looks like Dying Light 2, Stay Human. This is XCOM 2? Or XCOM Chimera Squad? XCOM 2? It is XCOM 2. Great game. Wish I recognized it a little earlier. How about XCOM Chimera Squad? It's on the tip of my tongue. Wow, that's a correct franchise in Saga? Okay, how about XCOM 2? How about XCOM Enemy Unknown? How about XCOM Enemy Within? Wow. I mean, that was lucky that we got the correct franchise in Saga like immediately.
Detritus.
Yes! Yes! Anoint detritus? These are my words, man.
Stroganoff.
Yes!
Adjective meaning sliced thin.
Yes, man.
Element. A noun meaning
Come on.
engineer. A noun meaning
Come on. Give me some hard words.
varsity.
No,
A noun meaning
no. Next.
prana. A noun meaning a life breath or vital principle in Vedic and later Hindu.
Fuck! That's not prana? I only know them for the nut mixes they make and sell at Whole Foods for like $12 an ounce. No H.
Paladin. A noun meaning icosahedron. A noun meaning a polyhedron having 20 faces.
Easy.
Diktat. A noun meaning a harsh settlement unilaterally imposed.
Nope. The hell is a diktat?
Bonspiel.
Yeah,
noun meaning
curling
a match-
tournament, man. I feel like a diktat is like something you get at a bachelorette party. Diktat, okay. The fuck is Kevin Bacon done, man? This is so embarrassing. Why can I only think of Hollow Man and like X-Men First Class? This one's gonna sting. Ooh. Tremors! It doesn't fit either of them, but I could have at least remembered it. Tremors. I was like picturing like dirty blonde Kevin Bacon. Apollo 13! Apollo 13! A Few Good Men! He's in everything, dude. You said First Class? Hey, does this look like 2 words to you? Motherfucker? Open the schools. They just closed them. It's the first week of July. That was a mistake. Okay? We're not going to double down on our mistakes. Oh, that was for double letter? Okay, I'm too old to go back to school. You need to leave because I'm ashamed. Okay? This is a frittata. Although number 1 ingredient, zucchini. Eggs, flour, cheese, onion, bacon, optional. This is a frittata from the nation of France, I think. Ice cold from the nation of Russia? Ice cold. Its name is zucchini slice. Is Australia, I guess? It's so English named. Yep, okay, zucchini slice. I mean, I feel a little upset. This shit is a fucking frittata. It's a crustless quiche. Can we just merge this? We have enough divisions between us, okay? Zucchini slice is such a funny name, though. This is a bubble waffle from Taiwan. It's a bubble waffle from China? Borders. It's a bubble waffle from... egg waffle from Malaysia? Borders to the southeast? This shit is from North Korea? Where are you from? From Hong Kong. Okay, that's a tricky one. Macau as well? Bro, they got this shit at every bubble tea shop in Vancouver. You're telling me this is not Taiwan? Bubble tea is from Taiwan, but the bubble waffle is from Hong Kong? Come on. Even Kate's backing me up. I appreciate that. I thought it was Taiwan too. I honestly think that ChatGPT might have messed this one up. I feel like the egg waffle may also come from Taiwan. I just want it added here. I want it considered to be added here at least. This is hot and sour soup from Thailand. Cool. This is something from Indonesia. Pindang. There you go. Easy enough. A traditional Indonesian dish that originated in the Palembang region. What is galangal? It's like a chutney? Like a spice paste? It's literally called Hong Kong Bubble Waffle near me. Yeah, but you live in Ohio. So honestly, who asked? You know, I've been to lots of places in the world that are like, hey, it's a sushi restaurant, but we also serve General Tso's chicken. That doesn't mean that shit is Japanese, okay? It just means that they're an enterprising restaurateur who understands that, you know, in this particular zip code, given the demographics that they have, they probably can't afford to open, you know, a restaurant that's like, hey, this is Nepalese cuisine. We got to kind of merge them all under one big tent so that, you know, when mom wants sushi, dad can also get something that's cooked, because he just, on principle, he refuses to pay restaurant prices for something that didn't actually touch heat, because he's like, what am I paying you for? You didn't even cook it. In 2002, the super tasteful Emir of Qatar paid nearly $10 million for a crystalline Fabergé egg with what chili name? Snowball. Spoiler alert, Perdita finds out she's the princess of Sicily at the end of Shakespeare's play, The What's Tale? The Winter's Tale. I just got to that part. Dude, I'm catching heat on Twitter. Someone said he's speaking the truth, but why is he always going around spoiling the Hunger Games? If someone says sorry to me, I would say 90% of the time I reply, my bad. Even though it's not my bad at all, probably. But I'm saying, the way I look at it, maybe it's the twisted world of my own vernacular. They were nice by saying sorry, so I'm then taking their resignation and I'm saying, you don't get to resign because it's actually my fault. So let's both resign together. It's like the end of the Hunger Games 1, right? I didn't know that there were people who were unfamiliar with the Hunger Games, because I assumed if you're my age, you were exposed to the films probably. And if you're younger than me, it's probably your favorite book. I thought it was unspoilable. If you're old enough to be watching these streams, I figured you were familiar, like, almost with the same amount of familiarity that you would be with like biblical stories of like Noah's Ark, with how the Hunger Games went down. I was just being sincere. I didn't know that there were still people that were working their way through that 91-page book, okay? It takes time, I get it, especially if it's the first novel you've ever read. Okay, he's laying it on a little too thick. It's good. The first movie is good and the second movie's better. And the third and the fourth movie, we don't need to talk about, okay? Guess the two actors in this image. One of them is Javier Bardem. The other one is Jermaine Clement. Okay, hang on. The other one is Hugh Laurie. Born 1956, currently 66 years old. Hugh Grant. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist, man. That's Hugh Grant. I don't know what to tell you. That's Hugh Grant. Skip. Known for Django. Okay, it's Christoph Waltz. You got it. It's the easiest game I've ever seen in my life. There's a part of me that is kind of marveling at how I knew that this was Javier Bardem. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, it doesn't look like Javier Bardem. It just carries the essence of Javier Bardem. See, everyone's saying it's the hair, it's the nose, it's the mouth, but like, this is Christoph Waltz right there. And then like, right here, I don't know. I could just see it in his soul, man. I could just see it in his soul. Does look like Troy Aikman. All right, that's good. Yeah, I'll control D that one. Welcome to the favorites. And then slash marker, we're going to go to the bathroom. We're going to come back and play some For the King. 1997, 529 million views. Am I crazy? Can they let me type Wannabe by the Spice Girls before they even play anything? Ah, this Backstreet's Back. Never mind. It was like, this is the biggest song in 1997. It had to be like one or the other. Horrendous. Horrible. Also, you gotta save that for Halloween. Hey, I'm the dev for Reladle. Sorry about the matchups. Maybe in the future you can try a custom game. It's not your faults, you know? Like the kinds of people, it's a selection bias, right? The kinds of people who are going to play something like Reladle, they're like, don't put bands I've never heard of like Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones in there. Do something everybody knows. Like Yeet to Clario, okay? I get it. It's you have to serve the audience that uses the website. I get it, okay? It's like I wouldn't play Wordle every day if it was just like the United States and Italy. Listen, you can't make it like classic rock pilled. You can't be like, oh, go from fucking love to war or something like that. Because, let's be honest, people my age and older, I mean, they might be doing New York Times word puzzles every day, but they're probably not doing like 25 of them like I am. So I'm not, let Gen Z have them, man. Let Gen Z have Reladle. That's fine. Joan Jett to Chapel Rowan. Dude, I was laughing. I was at the playground with my daughter last week, and there was just somebody there with an amp and an electric guitar that was playing I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett over and over. They weren't bad, to be clear, but like after 40 minutes of like, you're kind of like, that's enough. That's enough of that. Yeah, get it moving on till you were with me. Yeah, me. I really don't like that song. Or a lot of Joan Jett's music, but Bad Reputation is pretty good. I'll give her Bad Reputation. Highly overrated song. It's pretty bad, in my opinion. If you love rock and roll so much, how about like writing a song that's rock and roll? Methinks the lady doth protest too much, man. The worst rock songs are songs about rock. That's largely true. I would even say, if you take as a microcosm of that, Boston's self-titled album, the worst song on the album is Rock and Roll Band. Still an okay song, but when even the magic of Boston's first album can't carry it beyond that threshold, well, okay, Rock and Roll by the Velvet Underground is pretty good. Please do not get into steamed hams like Vinny. I don't know what you're talking about, but as the person in the Vinny Jerma NL triumvirate who's currently live, listen, you're Flanderizing us. I don't know what that means, but I saw someone say it on social media. I'm trying to resist the Flanderization. People, they start typing things in my chat like, I'm so excited, today's my first NL stream. And I'm like, you've been fed a diet of pure lies by social media, just so you know. The streams are not anything special. They're just always there. It's not something where you need to like prepare and you got to get the snack bowl next to you and like set your chair at the perfect height and stuff like that. It's just sort of like, it's like the radio. You turn it on, invisible airways crackle with life. What does that have to do with my comment? Well, I was being nice. If you want me to be honest, it's that like we don't necessarily have an encyclopedic knowledge of each other's bits and lore going back like a decade plus. I don't know. What do you mean don't get into steamed hams like Vinny? Are you talking about the Simpsons stuff? I didn't know he's into that. I know he's into like the Alien, the Gnorts guy. I know he's into Italian foods. I know he's into You're Out, I'm In, the people want more Vin. But yeah, I forget my own bits. You see, I accused Ludwig of becoming like an Andrew Huberman disciple yesterday. It turns out he was quoting my own like reference, and I didn't even realize it. And then you expect me to have an encyclopedic knowledge of everything that Jerma said from 2009 onwards, everything that Vinny said from 2009 onwards? That's too much information to hold in my head. I saw Ludwig tweets. He waited 90 minutes to have his caffeine this morning. Is there anything that he can't accomplish, okay? I just want to say I love Ludwig. He's a pure soul. We can't, it's just dabbling. We can't let him become a Silicon Valley thread boy, okay? If he starts doing perennium sunning, I don't know, slime, you need to step in, okay? So I don't know what you're talking about. You're meeting me on an asymmetric plane in this conversation. Yes, I'm the motherfucker who just fell out of a coconut tree. I exist apart from the context of everything that came before me. Slash marker for the king 2. Wake up, honey. Everyone's favorite, potentially multiplayer, but currently today single player, dice rolling, party driven RPG has free DLC that just came out. For the King 2 has new content for everybody who owns the base game. It's called the Dark Carnival, and it takes the campaign driven story from For the King 2 and adds a little endless, almost roguelite-ish twist to it. Exclamation mark FTK to see it in chat. Thank you to Curve Games for the sponsorship. We're going to be checking it out today. I do also want to say For the King 2 in service of the DLC coming out is 25% off. You can check it out via the link in the video description or alternatively exclamation point FTK. No ad, called the police. Okay, hang on. I may have forgotten Ajit Pai's necessary hashtag ad there. There you go. I'll have you know, by the way, I think I'm a pretty noble YouTuber in the whole scheme of things. It's a low bar. But there's a little box on the YouTube video. When you put it up, I always click, this video contains a paid endorsement. So you might see a little bar at the top that is like, this video contains a paid endorsement. And that softens the blow when I put 8 mid-rolls in it. I'm just joking. I try to remember to turn off the monetization for them as well because it's kind of like triple dipping. But anyway, Dark Carnival. Roll up, roll up. Do they know, by the way, that the Dark Carnival is also the term that the Insane Clown Posse uses for the big tent in which they unify all of the juggalos? It's the gathering of the juggalos, but then the Dark Carnival is like their special, I don't know if it's a location, like a physical location, or if it's like a spiritual thing that you embody. Anyway, any fun plans for the 4th of July later? I don't know if this is bait. I'm taking this as a good faith question. In Canada, we don't celebrate American Independence Day. The July 4th is not a holiday worldwide. It is if you're an American who lives abroad, but like, it's not observed formally outside of the United States of America. Like, I'm at work right now, man. Is it close enough to the US to see fireworks? Are you asking me if I could see fireworks in the sky from my residence across the United States border? I don't think so. It's like 100 kilometers away. I don't know, maybe like 60 kilometers away is pretty far. I don't know, unless it was like a volcano or something like that. I would be scared if I could see fireworks like in Washington State from where I live. That would frighten me. I didn't even see the ones on Canada Day because I was asleep, but It would be nice. I no disrespect to July 4th. I hope you're having a good day. But we don't celebrate it formally outside of the United States of America. We love America. Now it's 86% perfect. We take those and do it. Do it. Cannot be afflicted with bleed? Yeah, so what? See if I care. Minus 8 HP. Stop. Nice whiff, buddy. Nice whiff. Okay, you go next, but you skip your turn. Okay, Hunter goes next. Let me think about this. We would like the imp to die. I don't know. We kind of like this bone assassin to die. Can't be dazed, can't be stunned, can't be hit with poison, can't be afflicted with bleed. Maybe we'll try you. You got no damage mitigation. Huge perfect. 8 damage. I knocked some bones off of him, man. This is like watching a game of t-ball. Like, no team is making hits. Whenever there is a hit, no team's fielding properly. Like, it's just like it's as physically dangerous as like a dance battle. It's just two groups of people like making gestures at each other. How do you whiff on a taunt? I think you're not thinking creatively. I think it's like when you play TF2 and like you're attacking the medic, but then the heavy is like, look at me, stop attacking the medic, I'm dangerous. But then you're like, wait a second, I should just keep attacking the medic. That's how you whiff a taunt. They're not using their body to block effectively in front of the medic. You know, it's just, they're just kind of like, you should shoot at me because I'm big. He knows TF2. I'm one of the eminent Team Fortress 2 scholars in the business, I would say. Name one hat. Bill's hat. Earbuds. The charging Targe. Okay, fine. This is the one. Oh my god. That should be like an anti-taunt. They should attack everybody else. I honestly would like to get the kill with the Herbalist, because I feel like if they level up, it's a dream come true. Nice taunt. Nice taunt. That's a really good time for a taunt. How about, you know, like a resistance up as well? Something I've never even casted, I think. But makes sense if you're a tank. I guess why, like, I'm not good at these games traditionally. Because whenever I have a tank, I'm like, oh, look at that. They can raise their resistance. And then I'm like, why would I do that when instead I could just attack? And I think, like, I lack long-term vision is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Alright, this is funny. I'm being told the sponsored stream for For the King was supposed to be tomorrow. So I'm frantically typing in chat, what should I do? I'm going to keep playing anyway, as long as I'm not breaking NDA or something. This is why we shouldn't have midweek holidays, man. It's confusing. It's a Thursday, it's a Friday. I don't know what day it is. You're good on NDA. Okay, thank you, thank you. Make any final preparations before proceeding. Hang on, I'm just going to type here. All right. What's your WPM? I was just typing ASDF, 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 ASDF. Why is it so much more embarrassing to drink Mountain Dew Zero Sugar than Coke Zero Sugar? I'm at work right now and I feel like a giant 14-year-old. There is something... listen, I'm not saying this is valid. I'm just saying within our culture, Coke has risen, ascended, one might say, to being a core beverage. There's like water, coffee, tea, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is it's considered the peak of sodas, at least in a broad sense. So to have a zero sugar Coca-Cola is like, well, you gotta have a Coca-Cola, obviously. Like, that hasn't even dawned on us that we could just avoid it. So there's some nobility in making the healthiest choice of Coca-Cola that you could get, ignoring the artificial sweeteners, right? But for some reason, it feels like morally weak to get a sugar-free version of another soda, because people are like, why wouldn't you just drink water instead? So I think it's 200 years of the Coca-Cola Corporation's marketing has psyoped at least North America to putting it above reproach. Like it's evaluated on a different set of constraints than the average soda. Like I think you can only still reliably find like Coke Zero and Pepsi Max in grocery store coolers, man. Every once in a while you see like a zero sugar Dr. Pepper or something like that. But where's my Sprite Zero, man? You got to go to like a specialty store. Or I don't know if it's like they only come out with it in like February or something like that. It's not on that level yet. Sodas are health potions? Well, I don't know. Yeah, well, in a manner of speaking. I can say it. You shouldn't say it. I should say it, though. People are going to think I'm joking, but I'm being, like, sincere. Someone in chat said I have Mountain Dew Cherry Zero Sugar at my local store. America, it's got a lot of problems. So does Canada. So do a lot of countries. But it really is a boundless font of flavor. Like in Canada, you go into a 7-Eleven, there's still like 8 freezers worth of drinks, don't get me wrong. But like one entire freezer is like Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero. The next one is like Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi Max. Then like one is for Monster energy drinks, one is for like Starbucks canned coffees and stuff like that. You go into America, it's like, it's a choose your own adventure. It's crazy. The variety of flavored sugars and salts. I'm not being ironic either. One of my favorite parts about taking like a couple day trip to the US is like sampling mass-produced garbage that's a slightly different flavor that we don't have in Canada. And I mean that sincerely. It's like becoming like some kind of Midwest Anthony Bourdain, waxing poetic over like a zero sugar cherry flavored Dr. Pepper that you can't get in Canada. I find that there's something romantic about it. I've had a different energy drink every day this month, all from one gas station. I'm not necessarily saying it's good, but I think you have to acknowledge it's kind of beautiful. That's true, it is only July 4th, but still. I was assuming you were using trailing 30 days, not like from midnight July 1st. I have Baja Blast Fiery Mango Doritos. See, we don't like do that here. And I'm a little... No! I mean, I am jealous. Would I buy them? No, I would probably walk into the store and be like, you know, what is this? Like, this is too much? Oh, feeble, am I? But, like, seeing it in a store in America, I would be saying, God bless. I would be. Would you get spanked in the Heart Attack restaurant, or would you win? I would not go to the Heart Attack Grill, located, I think, outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's just not, I feel like I would find many of the patrons disagreeable. It's not about the food choice. It's about, like, the attitude of, like, I'm eating this not despite the fact that it's bad for me, but because of the fact that it's bad for me. And even though I'm like 52 years old, no doctor's going to tell me how to live my life. Like that, I don't want to be surrounded by people with that attitude. I don't think we have that much shared. We don't have a shared language of how to navigate through this world. The plug kind of evil, but he chill. Hey, NL, did you vote in the UK election today? I did. I voted 250 times for Ed Miliband because I just relate to a politician who likes eating sandwiches filled with pork. Based. I don't know that much about British politics. Because, like, I think there was a time where I was like, I should learn more about British politics. But you keep changing the prime minister, like, every 9 months or something like that. I'm ignoring the prime minister who only served for, like, 2 weeks, but... You know, I'm living in a country where that we've got like a prime minister. He's been here for 9 years, and then the one before that was there for like probably like 8 or 9 years, and then the one before that was like 2 years, but the one before that was like another 12 years or something like that. Like I'm on like the 1.5th prime minister in my lifetime or something like that. England, they got a revolving door over there, which might, I don't know if it's based or not based, but it certainly makes it harder to keep track from across the ocean here. Will you vote in the French election this Sunday? No, I'm not sorry, I'm not a French citizen. If I was going to vote, I would vote for, it's embarrassing. I'm like, name a French figure that's not controversial. And I'm like, Léa Seydoux. Yeah, Léa Seydoux. I would vote for Léa Seydoux for sure. Or like Juliette Binoche. Because at first I was like Serge Gainsbourg. And then I'm like, A, dead. B, Une Histoire de Melody Nelson. And then I was like, Charles de Gaulle. I think he's been dead for 70 years. Zinedine Zidane. Then I thought Luc Besson. And I was like, that's not good either, man. Joan of Arc? Oh, you mean Joan d'Arc? How about a little slow jam? She said she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. Would definitely set this party off right. No, I want you to know I was not quoting the Kanye West version of the song. That would be problematic. I was quoting the Twista version of the song from Twista's album, Overnight Celebrity. I was not quoting the one from College Dropout. I was doing Twista featuring Jamie Foxx and Kanye West, not Kanye West featuring Jamie Foxx and Twista, because I want to avoid the appearance of impropriety. Minstrel wants the focus, not the herbalist. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but can you explain your reasoning for the rest of the class? For those amongst us who are not as well versed in why we might do that on our flowchart. He's right. Okay. SlahtizKatz, I trust you. The minstrel's your big damage at the moment, and your herbalist uses 2 procs to attack. Oh, that's right. We don't use that much focus with our herbalist because of the fact that they get perfects more naturally. They get more organic perfects. Whereas the minstrel has more of the tokens to flip. I see what you're saying. Is that the Slay the Spire backseater? Yes. I just think eye care is good in the long run. SlahtizKatz, you weren't here yesterday, were you? I called you out specifically by name. I wanted to see if you were still chilling. I brought up how in the Slay the Spire comments, you were being a little bit pernicious for quite some time. And then I found you in Corey's chat and I said, why are you so mean to me? And you said, I just think you've got potential. I want you to be better. Oh, I do remember that. Most casual, fake ass fucking. Oh yeah, now that you mention it. What? Don't play dumb. I've seen your comments. You think you're too smart for that. Next say something like, I can't believe you remember that. Something patronizing like that. I can't believe that my actions left an impression on you. Then say something like, that's pretty sad. Floor 3. You didn't think I would live this long. Don't get it twisted. Nathan's hot dog stand. Okay, I will say, we're going to stop it right here. This is half sponsored. We'll be banging out a little bit more For the King 2 tomorrow. I'm playing it because I was sponsored, but I got the date wrong. So I don't know if Ajit Pai is going to come after me. I'll just say thank you, Curve Digital, for the sponsorship. This was not, I didn't make a mistake with the calendar, okay? I'm the master of the calendar. I knew that in order to do my best, I needed to have like an opportunity to get my sea legs underneath me again by playing the game before, to have remembered the basic mechanics. And now, obviously, like, I'm snowballing out of control and probably nobody will be able to stop me. I'll probably be the first person in history to ever conquer the Dark Carnival and become, I don't know, the new circus master, the new ring master. Exclamation point FTK. Check out the link in the video description. Thanks to Curve Digital for the sponsorship, and I'll see you again tomorrow to play some more For the King 2. All right, so I did see the video of LeBron LeStroking. Now I understand what you're talking about. The one where it looks like it's POV pornography filmed from the bottom's perspective. And he's like dripping sweat on the camera and spitting on it and stuff. I'm just glad likes are private again, man. Hang on, okay. What are your thoughts on the video that is, oh, you thought this was a rabbit? They thought this was a rabbit? Check it out. It's Winnie the Pooh, bitch. Yeah, it's Winnie the fucking Pooh, you fucking bitch. I like that video, I would say. I would say I consider it a positive. And then she says, fuck July 4th. Fuck 4th of July or something like that. Here, we'll play that one real quick. I have it bookmarked.
Oh, you thought this was a rabbit? They thought this was a rabbit?
Oh, that's funny.
That's fucking funny, bitch. It's fucking Winnie the fucking Pooh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Fuck 4th of July.
This is what I mean when people are like, they call me funny, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like amusing from time to time. But the funniest person you'll ever meet is like someone from Indiana with 4 DUIs who works as like an HVAC technician. Because like I wasn't that funny in high school, so I went to college. But if you were like naturally gifted in humor, you probably like didn't do very well in high school and then like had to get a job when you were 18, which has prevented you from, you know, working the stand-up circuit. It's just you're a victim of circumstance in a way. You're suffering from your own success. So true. I imagine that's what you were saying. So true. Hitman, that's not, it's on the Epic Games Store. That's right. Assassination 3, yeah. I could see why they call this game Assassination 3.
Again, it's good. He's in higher ground. He's up top, very quiet. Found a location, whether it's through a window, through a skylight, and nobody spots him, and he's out. Another good hit. So now I know why they call this game Assassination 3.
Right? When Chivley was watching that video yesterday, it got me laughing because like the fake, perhaps real professional hitman who is like, they show a clip of Agent 47 like shooting a chandelier and dropping it on a dude's head. And he's like, in the real world, if you got a gun, you probably wouldn't go through all that. That's a lot of variables. You got to make the shot. The thing's got to fall right on him. You could just shoot him in the head and be done with it. And I was like, okay, this guy's making sense.
Again, he's taking things to chance. He shot if he misses the shot. If the timing's not right, the speaker don't fall on him. If you're going to use the gun, why you just shooting him anyway?
Then they show a clip of Agent 47 planting an exploding golf ball on a tee, and then the target swings at the exploding golf ball and dies.
These are smart hits. If you're able and you're a bomb savvy guy, you know how to put one together in a little bomb like that. Yeah, it's kind of cool because it's something different, and it can be done if that guy, you know he's going to hit that ball every day.
And he goes, now that's a smart hit right there. If you know he's going to hit that golf ball, that's one way to do it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? That might even be crazier than trying to drop a chandelier on a dude's head. An exploding golf ball? What are you talking about? Yeah, he kicks him off like the Burj Dubai. Yeah, that's what I would have did.
Yeah, that's what I would have did.
It's a great video. I do love when he says, I can see why they call this game Assassination 3. That's an all-time video. Former Hitman details, it talks about the accuracy of Hitman 3 while calling it Assassination 3 the whole time. Also, I can recognize the humor in the video, but like when I was in Chib's chat, I typed this. It's like, shouldn't this dude be burning in hell forever instead of making these videos if he's actually a hitman? And then Chibley went to his Wikipedia page. He served 10 years. Okay. And for like fraud and like racketeering and stuff. Can you... I mean, like, did he... I'm just saying, is he a real hitman? I'm not trying to like question if he's a real hitman, but I'm like, if you're a real hitman, can you just do that? Can you just go on the internet and be like, yeah, I killed people, but they didn't like get me for it? Like, isn't murder one of those things that's like, there's no statute of limitations or something? Like, if you're like, oh, I murdered some people, the FBI is going to come to your house and be like, oh, really? I don't know. He snitched for a plea deal? He's a murderer, right? How does he plead to get a bigger fish? That's like one of the biggest fish, man. Estimated that he shot between 30 and 40 people, beat about 100 people with a baseball bat, and murdered 7 people? This guy should... And now we got him on YouTube saying, that's how I would have did it, with an exploding golf ball. Also, in that video of the Hitman reacting to Hitman the game, he does say the easiest way is to poison somebody with arsenic. And then you said his Wikipedia page says he shot 30 to 40 people and beat 100 people with a baseball bat. Like, it's an unreliable narrator situation is all I'm trying to say, okay? Like, it just fundamentally doesn't make sense to me, the things that he's saying. I think you just gotta go. Oh. I'm literally doing material science as we speak. Hiding spot? Oh. Okay, hang on. I hate to do it, but you gotta be a little patient here. Ooh, stinky. Did you know that Steve Jobs ate a special diet that he thought didn't produce mucus in the body? And as a result, his belief was that he did not need to bathe because he was physically incapable of producing body odor, even though apparently everybody, like in his business and personal life, was like, you should really like take a shower before this meeting. Am I crazy if I just throw 2 bricks at these fools? What if I threw 1 brick here and then threw a brick at the head of whoever's unfortunate enough to investigate? Then, let's see how good of friends they actually were. He doesn't even recognize you, man. This dude, he had a full head of hair. That's sad. That's embarrassing. I think this is actually what going bald is like a little bit, though. It's like you think it's going to be like such a transformative change, and in some ways, like it is. Then you go to work the next day, and someone's like, hey, did you shave your head yesterday? And you're like, yeah. And then they're like, I thought I noticed something different. And you're like, really? That's it? Going bald is like coming out? I wouldn't know. So I wouldn't claim to know. But I could see there would be like a lot of similarities. You know, you're kind of like coming out as bald, and you think it's going to be a big shock to people, but I'm sure most of them are like, yeah, we kind of noticed the whole time. You know, when I went bald, people were like, why'd you shave your head? And I was like, I'm losing my hair. And they're like, yeah, we know. I was like, all right, enough of this tomfoolery. You saw that, huh? What do you mean crime noticed? What do you mean crime noticed? Noted by the dude I pushed out the window? Yeah, I would hope that he would notice it until he dies. It's a bad day to be you.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Oh, come in. Oh, I'm freaking dead. You suck, man. You suck. I'm better than you. I've embodied the true spirit of Agent 47. Where the hell do I go? Can I escape? I can escape into the sewer, right? You need a crowbar to escape from the sewer. Oh, brother, I gotta run 200 meters away? Excellent job, Steve. You spread your stank amongst the syndicate. Oh. I just can't believe thinking you have like a diet that is, that is like, I literally can't produce smells. Like by all accounts, he's an intelligent man in several capacities. But like, dude was like, nah, I just only eat apples so I don't smell. I'm like, well, you have a nose.
Well, the more security, the better.
Just doesn't make sense. Rusty crowbar open for business. Bereft of prying tool closed for business. Did you see the reply to that tweet that was like, so this is how I find out this video I've been quoting for 7 years is about this? He's going to be lucky that like none of his coworkers probably understood the reference and probably just thought he was bringing it up like as a weird aside. Hey, now, any plans to play ZZZ? I was actually thinking about it. I would, like, this is fitting too much into the librarian's arc of me starting to respect gacha games. Kate told me she had a sponsored stream yesterday, so she was streaming late. When I got home and I looked at this, I was like, this doesn't look like a mobile gacha game. Are you crazy? This looks like a real character action game.
Here for a business meeting. We also have the following description on their looks. We know that they have no hair.
They have no hair. They're wearing a hat. They're wearing a necklace. It's me? Nah, not quite.
As to habits and vices, your target has a tendency to enjoy food of any kind.
Our target
And
enjoys
this-
food, man.
I hope
That's
these tells can be used
that
to your
narrows it
advantage.
down.
Good luck, 47.
But no, I don't think I'll get them because I do feel like you have to put your credit card number in at some point, right? Not really? Yeah, but like you're gonna hit like a moment of weakness and you're gonna be like, it would be easier if I put some money into this game right now, and then you either put your money in or you quit, right? I'm not opposed to necessarily spending money on a video game. Like, I would go out bowling. Going out bowling might cost you 20, 30 bucks for a couple hours of entertainment. The thing is, like, it's when, like, the design of the game starts from the ground up on, like, incentivizing people to spend their money in the game. So, like, spending $5 here or there on a game in the right context wouldn't bother me. Like, that's what I used to do in Pokemon Go sometimes. You'd be like, I need incubators. Here's like $9 worth of incubators, and then you go for a long walk or something like that. But the foundational level of the game being like not this is a great design, but instead like how do we get people to pay? Maybe that's a bias. Maybe the gacha games are not like that anymore. Or maybe they're not all like that. Hang on. You have a necklace. You have no hair. You have a hat. Let me follow you for a moment here. I want to see if you eat some food. How does this dude know I'm not part of the military? That seems presumptuous. Oh, he's eating. He's eating, bro. That's prime suspect in this house. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Just trying to sneak my way in here. What do you got going on? What do you got going on? Let me take a peek. Let me take a quick peek at you. I see a necklace. I see a Rostra Bagliotti 1996 Roots. Actually, it's 1998 Nagano Olympics hat. I'm going to say you're possibly a suspect. I would like to see you. Do you have tattoos? Tattoos? That's a tattoo right there. You eating something, you piece? I'm not allowed in there, I'm sure. Hang on, everybody inside of there hates me?
This area is closed.
That's my bad. I thought you respected your veterans here.
Hey, that's right. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, I think it's the other guy. What do you mean they're escaping? Because one dude was trespassing, they said, I'm out of here?
Congratulations, 47. The leader is eliminated, sending a clear message. You should get back to the safe house.
Not today,
I'll
bitch.
contact you later.
Move, 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 move. Clean, bro. The lookout saw you? I honestly don't even know what a lookout is, man. I don't even need to interface with the basic mechanics of the game to be
This
goated.
will make anyone think twice before turning to a life of crime.
I know what I must do. It's like when somebody looks at their phone during a movie. You're like, oh, what a nice environment for us to be. When are you coming home? Man, she's really out there, huh? What the frick is that?
Dispatch, for Christ's sake, you there?
She got knocked over.
That was a freaking bomb.
That's my legendary bomb caused her to lose her ability to stand up straight briefly. Now I gotta ride out the fucking aggro in here. Where's she going, man? Oh.
Yeah, this
She's chill!
There's nothing going on.
I'm gonna have to start blasting, man. This is a disaster. Yeah, I'm not cut out for this anymore. Where's the service entrance, man? I gotta get down to the kitchen. I gotta murder somebody that doesn't have as much surveillance on him. They won't let me in. Butler's not allowed to go into the service entrance without a key. Sad story. I am going to pull out my gun and start wreaking havoc. Oh, great, I'm back here again. Main foyer stairs have a service door at the bottom. Okay, main foyer stairs. Currently busy. Okay, I mean, you're a computer program that exists for my pleasure, so can you just, like, get out of your cycle?
Thank you.
This is it. This is the most important weapon you'll ever see. I feel like it should be... Hi, guys. I feel like it should be easy to shoot a tranquilizer gun without being noticed. Because have you ever seen John Wick 2? There's a scene where Common and Keanu Reeves literally shoot silenced guns at each other, like across a crowded metro station, and nobody else even notices, man. So, like, I feel like you should be able to do it here, too. It'd be a hell of a shot, that's for sure. What's your problem? What are you talking about? I just was resting. If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean, so-and-so. Sorry, guys, I got some heat on me. There's no way he hits it. Yeah, but imagine, though. Imagine. What about the chandelier? I feel like, does this thing drop all the chandeliers? Isn't that gonna kill, like, 50 people? I got an idea. They're on to me?
I'm getting drunk the second my
Plan B.
Hey, oh, just you wait, mister.
We got a public nuisance on the loose.
I need to know exactly what he looked like and what he was wearing.
She's still just doing her walk, huh?
Aren't you supposed to be on duty?
No, 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 no. No, 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 yes!
That guy's hiding. What is this? What are you doing? Who the hell are you?
Guys?
Now, you seriously need to consider putting down the gun. Come on. Don't you move.
Hey, I saw him. He's hiding in there. He's right in there.
Okay, okay.
Final warning. Believe me. Put your hands over your head.
Please. Okay, just don't move. Just get on your...
Move up. He's engaged.
Don't worry. I got him, and the son of a bitch was naked too.
This is for your own safety. Do you understand?
I missed.
Come on. Think we got some trouble.
No, I didn't.
Show yourself. We'll have us a nice little...
Dude, did they say the perfect crime doesn't exist, huh? It does look like the start of a mobile game ad.
No? Probably sleeping in a closet somewhere.
Oh, that'll teach you. That'll teach you to have a tummy ache. Bro, you got a dart in your back. What?
This will surely be
You got a dart in your back. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I love you, but you're crazy. You never seen Old School? Those were smart hits. I think it's okay to drop a chandelier on like 100 people to try to kill one, but then fail at killing one, so then that person like leaves to go outside, and then you shoot them at nearly point blank range with a gun that gives them diarrhea. Hello? Oh, I'm not, I just want to know what kind of chopper you got here. What kind? No, they be taking my chopper. You know, my reaction when I have bucket. Yay, I has bucket. My reaction when they be taking my bucket? No, they be taking my bucket. Did you know Gen Z, Chibley, this one's for you. Did you know Gen Z considers reaction GIFs cringe? I saw a thread on Twitter that was like, I'm Gen Z. It's not that reaction GIFs are cringe. It's that the impact font is cringe. Here's some reaction GIFs that Gen Z actually likes. And then the first one in the thread was a GIF from The Office. And I said, you are a millennial. You are a double agent. You ordered 3 beers instead of 3 beers, okay? First GIF was from The Office. You're running like anti-millennial interference. +2, I said the same thing. They're an imposter.
you did back then.
There are some reaction images. I mean, like, here's the thing, okay? Jake S is a reaction image. So we use it. I can't say that all reaction images should be tossed because we use Jake S. There are a few that need to be tossed. Clapping Drake for various reasons. Any GIF from The Office. The GIF from Big Brother where the lady takes a sip of her drink and then spits the foam everywhere. Mike Tyson's face superimposed over Herman Cain. Slowly turning to the camera and then smiling. Trying to think of what else. What else would be there? Michael Jordan crying. The one from Oprah, I kind of like that one. Wojaks? I don't know. I like Wojaks for whatever reason. Don't read too much into it. I just find them like, you know, it's dolls. It's amusing. Guy ringing the bell who looks like he's jorking. You can use that one. I don't mind that one. Kitty Foreman from That 70s Show pouring an entire bottle of vodka into her cup. Yeah. I feel like, you know, as millennials get older, there are some parts of our culture that we're going to have to reckon with. Drinking culture is still too glorified among millennials. It's our generational cross to bear. It's all we have. Yeah, but it's not... Listen, I drink too, but I'm just saying it's not making it any better. If you are a millennial and you drink, you just have the same cross to bear that the Gen X smokers have, which is boomers could be like, this is what it's like to be an adult. But for Gen X, you have to be like, yeah, I shouldn't do it. Never start. You shouldn't do it. That's how I feel about like drinking in the modern day now. Partly because I'm, you know, getting a little older, but also partly, you know, I think it's the responsible thing to pay forward to the next generation. Okay, you don't like me. You don't like me. That's fair. Gen Z is making smoking cool again. No, I think they're kind of making... I don't want to say they're making nicotine cool. But with Zins, I'm not supposed to be here. I can at least see what you're going for. But vaping, I find personally very cringe. You guys gonna spot me? Nope.
This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Blend in as fishermen. Engaging in combat. Okay, hang on.
What the hell are you doing here? Ain't nothing personal about this.
Close the door.
Beach is all clear. No sign of our guy. Out.
He said beach is all clear, nose. Whoa, dude!
Go see where that's coming from. Get in there. Flush that crap out.
We're so free. Hang on. I'm sorry about this. Dead men tell no...
How the hell did he get away so fast?
You there, man?
Dead men tell no tales. Now nobody knows. Anyway.
We got a situation here.
If you vape, I'm not saying fuck you. All I'm saying is that I do look at people vaping in public, and I don't think that it looks cool. I think that the impression that it gives to me, I would never. The impression that it gives to me is that this is an adult. And this is maybe not fair, okay? But I'm too dumb to temper my take to appeal to a mass audience. It gives the idea to me that this is like a grown adult who needs a hit of flavor like every 40 seconds in order to handle the problems with modern life, which I understand. You know, most people have a vice of some sort, but I definitely don't look at it and go, that's a cool guy. I look at it and go, I go, that's a person that's just making it work. So all I'm saying is if you were vaping because you thought that it made you look cool, you should stop. If you're vaping because you're addicted to nicotine, that's a different story, I suppose. You know, you gotta, that's a different set of constraints. Cigarettes look cooler. They both don't look cool, but maybe that's the millennial inside of me. You haven't seen Mad Men? I've seen Mad Men. Every artsy movie has hot people smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I know. Is that how you determine what's hot? Is like what actors and actresses were doing in a brief encounter? Yes? All right, well, you know what? I disagree anyway. I disagree. Yeah. If you, like, listen, someone said my mom quit smoking by vaping. I understand that. That's a positive harm reduction thing. It's when people, like, I don't know, just start vaping out of nowhere that I'm like, that's not how I would have did it. Like, you went from nothing to vaping? Isn't that like just starting methadone for sport? Like, it kind of blew my mind when I watched that documentary on Juul. And then there were high school kids that are like, I take like 90 hits a day off my Juul. People are going to say it's like naive, but like, I had kids I went to high school with that were like smoked. They would smoke like, you know, a few cigarettes a day. To see like a kid on the honor roll be like, I hit the Juul 90 times a day. I was like, what the fuck? You're like 16 years old, man. But if the Juul existed in 2003, some kids in my high school probably would have hit it like 1,000 times. No disrespect, but your generation's soft is what I'm trying to say. Wooden torch, huh? What do we do with this? I've never seen this weapon before. That's gotta sting, man.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Oh, man. One time I was in the bathroom, the guy next to me started coughing. I was worried that he was okay, and then the smell of cotton candy started emanating from his stall. This, again, you're putting me in a rough spot. I don't really care if someone vapes. All I'm saying is, when I see it, I do not think that it looks cool. Because I think, I don't know, I'm probably as guilty of this as anybody else, but like the idea that like, oh, life's hard today, I need to like taste an artificial sweetener. I find it's like a weakness within myself as well. So when I see it in other people, I'm like, it's kind of pathetic. Well, I do the same thing. It's just with like potato chips. Bro, I can't spill oil here. How dare you break wind before me? I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn. This is like when I was looking up where is it okay to wash my car in Vancouver. And they were like, it's illegal to wash it on the street. It's illegal to wash it in your driveway. If you can, park it on your lawn and wash it there. And I was like, okay. So you know what I did? Closed the garage door. I washed that shit in my garage. Come get me. Come get me.
Well done, 47.
Dude, nobody even noticed. Oh, man. So not worth it. What are you talking about, not worth?
Shooter has to be in the vicinity.
What's the problem? What's your problem? Literally, what's your problem?
Hey, keep it alive, buddy. I understand.
That's got to sting. And nobody's the wiser. And nobody's the wiser. Oh, who the fuck was that? Oh! They're all bad people, okay? Just because they're not my targets. You don't get employed in this organization without being a piece of crap. Anyway. I washed my car because a bird pooped on it. Trust me, I wasn't happy about it either. You think I wanted to go to Home Hardware, pick up a bucket, a sponge, a drying chamois, and some like Armor All car soap? No shot, man. Why not go to a car wash? There's like 6 in Vancouver, and they're all not really in Vancouver. You didn't have to wash it? You don't understand. I told my wife that I was going to wash it. Ergo, I have to wash it. Otherwise, she's going to get the ick. Not the ick because the car is dirty, but the ick because I said I would do a chore and then I didn't follow through, which makes me not reliable. It's minus aura. You just made my list of things to do today. Insane kill.
Well done, 47.
He looked away while drowning her? Yeah, because it's violent, man. Dude, we're going to win our first campaign. It's not going to be today, though. It's going to be tomorrow. Something about the ick? Yeah, listen, it's not marriage advice necessarily. It's my marital experience. Me being a naive younger man, something's wrong in the house, in our abode, a chore needs to be done. You don't do it, I'll do it. But then my ass like doesn't do it for like 3 days, and then my wife does it, and I go, why did you do it? I was gonna do it. I told you I was gonna do it. And then she's like, yeah, but you weren't doing it. And I'm like, I was gonna. I just was waiting for like the perfect moment for some reason when motivation would strike. Now I've turned over a new leaf in the last few years. If I say like, I've got that, I move it up the priority queue as early as possible. Yay or nay, dishes aren't chores, but they're a necessity. Well, I don't know, are you being semantic? I consider them, they're a chore, but it has an irregular pattern to it. It's not like, oh, it's Saturday time to do dishes. Like, I think of dishes the same way, like, it's a chore snack. You know, if you're feeling a little bored, that's like a cue to go to the sink and see if there's some dishes. And if there's some dishes in there, you do the dishes. You know, you're not like, oh, I need to clean the house. Let me do some chores. But you're like, nah, I'm a little restless right now. Let me see if there's like some light maintenance I can do. Just do it after you use them. Well, you know, if you can. Sometimes, you know, you got people over, you go to bed at like 10 p.m. and you're like, I'm just going to do it in the morning. Kate is live. Then in that case, I will slash marker. I can't believe the campaign is still going. And I will send you over there. I'll be back tomorrow to play For the King 2 again. And probably try to finish this Hitman campaign as well, one way or the other. I think we're trying to do some multiplayer stuff tomorrow, too. I guess we'll see if what we can fit in, but later.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. Oh, this is highly cursed. Oh, I missed the 90s, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boy said he wants some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a bust like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really beg you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me dump it, he said in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. Ah! Oh my god, it's so loud. Why do you shrug when you sing? I need to put my diaphragm up to get the high notes. I can't sing relaxed. Mambo number 5. Ha! Oh yeah. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your head to the sound. Put your hands on the ground. Take 1 step left and 1 step right. 1 to the front and 1 to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's all I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. Wow! I like this part because he says the trumpet. You look like Nosferatu when you sing. Ha! Ha! Trumpet! The trumpet! It's like he's doing a quiz. Mambo number 5. Very good. That's the trumpet. And again, a little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. I do all to fall in love with a girl like you, cause you can't run and you can't hide, you and me gonna touch the sky. That's better? My Bernie voice is better? Let me give it a shot. I'm still trying to find my natural register. Mambo number 5. Ah.